All right. So I been working on doing, letting down my protective mode. And then I did really good at that. And then now I am working on letting myself be vulnerable, which I just started doing, just a second layer. And today was such a hard day because I've been doing that. I felt so much emotions throughout the day, just letting myself feel it. I feel like so much hurt, so much grief from how I grew up, and pretty much anytime something happened, I would literally analyze it, like, why do I think that way? Why did I do that? And it came down to like some type of like feeling of like insecurity is a big one that was coming up. I was thinking of all the times in my past that I kind of was like, something low-key hurt my feelings, and I kind of like pushed it away, but like all that came back. There's this younger girl, she's really pretty, and she's a good personality, and so she just moved into our row, and I felt so insecure, like I was less than because she's prettier than me. A big thing that I'm gonna start working on is like hierarchy. Everything is a hierarchy. Emotions, there's a hierarchy. Like if people are feeling happy, like happy, you're up here, sad, you're down here in my head. And it's like, I'm sad, I don't like people being above me. I'm always trying to be up there. So it's just like, I want everyone to be sad because I'm sad, and miserable because I'm miserable. And so one of the things I'm trying to work on is, even though I feel miserable and depressed all the time, I'm gonna look at people and still hope for the best, because what I've been doing is pretty much, I'm miserable, I want everyone to be miserable. So I'll see someone happy and I'll be like, wish like harm on them. And so I'm working on that. And then because everything's a hierarchy in my mind, everything's competition. So it's like, I'll see someone and I instantly have to look at their flaws. Maybe she's bigger, then I feel more comfortable because it's like someone's gonna want me over a bigger girl. And that's just how my brain thinks. And so it's just like every time I look at someone, I'm just trained. I just look at flaws. I look for flaws. And I was, today I was looking, I'm like, why do I do that? And I realized it's just hierarchy. Like if they have more flaws, then they're under me. I'm above them. And I have to work on that. It's a little bit of hierarchy, and then it's also a little bit of just me being mean, and being mean is like my first language. I'm more comfortable in drama, watching drama, in like toxic environments than I am in like positive ones, because I don't know how to be a positive person because I'm like toxic and stuff like that. So I kind of want the environments to match. So it's like I'm always, I have to work on that. And then, yeah, the girl, I was so insecure because she came in a row, and because she's prettier than me in my mind, she erases me, because like she's gonna get all the attention. And I know it's kind of childish to think that way, but that's how my mind works. It's just like, she's way, way prettier than me. And so it's like all the guys started like trying to flirt with her and try to get with her. And then like no one was talking to me. So it's like, in my mind, I'm invisible, I'm erased because she's way prettier than me and she's way younger and nicer. And so I was really, really insecure about that. And like crying, now that I'm like letting myself be vulnerable, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I have like a lot of emotions that I just compact inside, and a lot of hurt and pain. And so because I didn't feel the hurt and pain, it got compact and it showed up as anger, and I don't want it to be anger. I forgot what I was saying. There's a pause on this thing, it's kind of cool. But I don't want to show up to anger because I already have rage. I'm already numb. I'm already lack empathy. And you add anger, and it's like as soon as it pops up, like it's gonna be like a dynamite, super disastrous. So I'm really working on feeling my emotions and just letting everything come up. I was crying so hard today, all day today. But I'm like, I'd rather cry and just let the pressure off than just keep building and then explode. So insecurity, hierarchy, meanness. And then today, so I've been off porn for 2 months and almost 3 weeks, longest I've ever been. And so I have all these like new issues where like I'll see someone, it doesn't even have to, it doesn't matter. And I'm like super turned on, and I'll like imagine it. I always imagine it, but it just like, because I'm not having like the releases like I usually have like 2-3 times a week, like it builds. And so it's like I'll sit at work and I'll be imagining having sex with my supervisor, and then I'll want to so bad. Like I don't know, you kind of sit like you have to pee or something. I'm just I don't know, it's like physically I'm like, oh, like I don't know if I'm like blue balling myself, but like I really want to. And then I'm just like, oh my gosh, I've never felt this before, this is crazy. And then I'll go home and I'll just try to like think it off. And today I was like, nope, I'm done doing that. And so I was driving to Walmart. I'm like, I'm getting a vibrator. I've never had an orgasm before. I've never like inserted or any of that. Just because of like the way I grew up. I don't know, like penetration. Like I don't want to like mess up my hymen or whatever. I still don't know how like that all works, but so I'm going to Walmart and I'm gonna do it. And then like I'm about to turn into Walmart and I feel like this conflict inside. Like I know I'm not supposed to do this. The whole ride I'm like, it's okay. And then I get there, I'm like, I'm not supposed to do this. And then like the conflict is like really makes me like really emotional. That conflict inside, like internal conflict, is too much. So then I just turned around and I started crying all the way home. Don't know why I'm crying all the way home. Get home and I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. But I almost did. And you know what, I might almost do it in the future. I have never been this long without porn, so it's like everything sexual, girls, guys, everything. And I was never like that, but I'm having more wet dreams. I actually like having wet dreams because it's more intense. You don't have to do anything, you just lay there. But I don't know what consequences are for that. In my mind, I'm like, well, I can get a vibrator so that I don't have to think about any of that. So I'm off porn, but I'm still thinking about it. So I can be off porn and stop thinking about it and just use a vibrator and just do it dry. And I don't know. I'm still like, I'm 27 and I'm like, I'm old enough, but I feel, because I'm driving there, I felt uncomfortable and I felt the conflict. I know I'm not, like for me, I'm not supposed to. Everyone's different. Because I don't know if it's like a gateway, like, because I think because I've been suppressing like my sexual, I don't know for sure, but I think I'll be a sexual person probably for like the first couple of years, just because it's been suppressed for 27 years. Never had an orgasm, like it, you know? So I think like it's just being like it's like there's a lid and it's like it's about to explode. And so I don't want the vibrator to be like a bridge, which just sucks because now I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I'm not gonna do that. And then also like in my head, I would always put like, I'm a virgin on my, like on my story, my Instagram, I have like something about me being a virgin. I always told all my bosses I'm a virgin. And I was like, didn't understand why I did that, but I always felt the need to do it. And now I know it's hierarchy. Because when a guy thinks you're a virgin, you know, they look at you different, they treat you different. And then in my head, that means I'm better than people that are not virgins, even if they're prettier than me, which is like not even, you know, a thing, but it's like my math that I've calculated and like makes sense to me. That's how I would think. So it's just like, you know, you see an ugly guy, but the cute guy has like something wrong with him, you're gonna choose the ugly guy. And it's, you know, low self-worth that I feel like I don't have anything, personality, anything that would be, that someone would want, that I'd have to be like, yeah, I'm a virgin, you know. But I've been doing that like my whole life. And I started crying about that because I have such low self-worth that I have to tell people I'm a virgin so they can look at me different. I have to, you know, go for the hideous, ugly guys because I don't think that I would get like a cute guy. And like, yeah, I just have bad, low self-worth. And so today I've been crying on and off about all the like all the pain and the grief growing up, like that I felt in different scenarios, and then hierarchy, and then jealousy and envy, which are two different things. Jealousy is like when you have something and someone's like, you're like kind of like jealous, you're scared they're going to take that, jealous. And then envy is like you just see something that you want. And I have both of those. Then I am also like on my last wit's end. I'm like I've always been in survival mode, but it's just like I'm in survival mode plus, like I just have no energy. And I just want to change. And so like the first step is awareness. And so like I'll like start watching these like crime shows, and just watching to see like people that do crazy things and like what they have in them that I see in myself. And then, or you know, and then I'll just be like, you know, that's something I can work on, because I'm working on shadow work right now. So it's like I'm always trying to figure out more and more stuff that's like just figuring out everything that's underneath that's been controlling me. So I have my shadow work. I have like 60 characteristics that I realize is me, but then I watch like these crime shows and I see people like do heinous crimes, and I'm like, what makes them do it? And I'm like reading the comments and watching the videos, analyzing it. I'm like, okay, so this person is in survival mode, has kids, has no support, and because she's in survival mode, she's numb, she has no empathy. So this is why this girl who was a loving girl now is a single mama and depressed and beat her kid, you know, because she's all these attributes. And I'm like, okay, well, I have all these attributes too. And so just like, I don't look down on that person. Obviously that's crazy that she did, but it's like I can't look down at that person because I feel like I have a lot of that in me. If I had like a kid, a son or a daughter, or you know, I feel like because I have lack empathy, because I'm in survival mode, because I don't care about anyone's feelings, and when I'm overstimulated, I get super mean. I'm just like, okay, well, I have the capacity to do that also. And so that's just like more stuff that I have to work on. And it, like, usually when I do stuff, like I can tell, like, my intuition will, you know, I can tell if this is overboard or not. But I feel like it's very important for me to, like, you know, not all the time, but just randomly watch these videos and like see what people can do when they have like these mental issues, because I have ingredients for disaster right now, just because I don't have any empathy, numb, all good emotions. I only have like fear, pain, rejection, abandonment. I only have that because those are frozen, so it's all coming up. And like I feel pain and hurt, and I'm just getting to the point where I'm like, you know, I watched this guy, he like did something crazy to a lot of people, and pretty much it came down to he was just an angry kid, so hurt and in pain and had no escape and just wanted everyone to feel that. And I was like the same way. And that's where I was like, okay, well, I feel like I have so much pain, so much hurt. But I have to change my mind, because I was the same way. I'm like, I want everyone to feel like what I feel. And so I'm like, okay, well, that's goes, like, you know, that will go pretty far down. You know, that will, you know, that could be disaster if I don't like hone that in. So it's like that's where I like got to the mindset of, okay, well, even though I feel all this, like, let's try to focus or change my mindset to not want everyone else to feel what I'm feeling and just contain it, because my thoughts would get violent. And so I'm like, okay, we got to contain this, we got to flip this. And so I'm just watching all this stuff because I feel like I am like close to like a mental breakdown, and I don't know what crazy thing I can do. And so I'm just like, I gotta work through everything, just because I, you know, lack empathy, numb. I only have like, you know, the emotions that are coming up: hurt, pain, grief, anger, rage, and then I'm in survival mode. I'm paycheck to paycheck. I'm stressed all the time. I can't sleep unless, you know, I just started buying NyQuil. I can only sleep when I have a NyQuil now. And so I have all these issues, and I'm just like, it's just gonna take one thing to like push me over the edge. And so awareness is really, really good for me right now to understand where I'm at and understand where, like, how to like just, you know, keep, you know, make, I don't know, keep me from going, like, it pushes awareness, like I'm right here, the edge is right here, and like I know I can do something heinous if I get too close. And so awareness kind of like not bridges gap, but it kind of like pushes me back this way. And so I've been doing that. And yeah, also a huge thing is I was so embarrassed about Black people. I grew up white. My psyche still is white. I'm still working on it, but I was so embarrassed of Black people. Anything I would see on the news, like fights, arguing, being mean, always angry, aggressive. And I realized by doing shadow work is that I'm not really embarrassed of Black people. It's just all the traits that I see in Black people that I don't like is because those traits are in me that I don't like. And so it's like the fight mode, fight energy. We have it, you know, and like not being able to control my emotions and being aggressive. I can get really mean. I'm super cruel. I fight vicious. All these things that I was like, it's a Black person thing. It's like, no, it's a me thing that I see. And like a certain like percentage of Black people, like the ones you see on the news and stuff like that. And then I like labeled all Black people because I didn't have like, I wasn't really close. I don't really know a lot of Black people. And so I would just, it's easy to label them all and put it all into one group when you're not like around different type of Black people. And so that's another thing. So now I don't let myself look down on Black people. If I see a Black person doing something that I don't like, I'm just like, why? I will like make myself like do some reflection, and it's literally 9 times out of 10, it's like something that I do that I don't want to do anymore. It just brings it up. It's like the thing that you like that irritates you the most in someone is like, because that's in you and you like hide that, you know. But yeah, so I've been doing a lot of that and working on being nicer. But yeah.